Did you know that Terraria actually has some pretty interesting lore? I sure did. I've been in love with this game ever since I started playing it at 1.2, and every time an update comes out, I get excited, no matter how small it is. And at one point in 2019, they finally added actual lore to the game, and I couldn't have been happier. So without any further delays, here is the lore of Terraria. Terraria is a vast, living universe full of mystery and wonder. Each world within it is sentient, perceiving the thoughts and actions of its inhabitants. These worlds were created by the gods, who sought to establish a sacred balance to ensure fairness for all life. This balance is paramount, and the worlds enforce it with overwhelming power, often manifesting as the Crimson, Corruption, and Hollow. The Crimson is a single hive-minded entity directly connected to each world. Its sole focus is to restore balance at any cost, consuming and assimilating all life in its path. Thousands of worlds have fallen to the Crimson, their inhabitants transformed into mindless beings that serve its will. Many civilizations have mistakenly worshipped the Crimson as a deity, offering human sacrifices to placate it or gain its favor. These sacrifices only strengthen the Crimson, which integrates their essence into its being, creating terrifying creatures that follow its commands without question. The Corruption is a malignant force born from the sins of living beings. It thrives on the negative thoughts and vile actions of life, spreading like a cancer across the land. Relentless in its purpose, the Corruption consumes everything it touches, leaving behind creatures of pure hatred. These abominations exist solely to inflict pain, punishing life for its indulgences and unearned pleasures. Once balance is restored, the Corruption annihilates all life, leaving worlds as desolate, lifeless voids. The Hollow represents purity taken to an extreme. When a world's guardian, the being that protects its core and maintains its balance, is destroyed, the ancient spirits of light and dark are released, creating the Hollow. This force eradicates threats with ruthless efficiency, treating all it encounters as infections to be cured. Whether friend, foe, or neutral, nothing is spared from its purifying wrath. Though it serves to counter the Crimson and Corruption, the Hollow's overzealous nature often leads to widespread devastation in its quest to maintain order. Terraria's inhabitants are crucial to your journey, offering guidance, support, and sometimes presenting challenges. The Guide is your first ally, a mysterious figure who provides crucial knowledge about Terraria. His insights help you understand the world's mechanics and its many secrets, setting you on the path to uncovering the truth. A brilliant inventor, the Mechanic has been captured by the lunatic cult. Forced to create mechanical replicas of Cthulhu's missing organs, her ingenuity is being exploited to bring the ancient threat back to life. Rescuing her is essential to stopping the cult's plans. Once the benevolent caretaker of the dungeon, the old man fell under the same sway of the lunatic cult. Cursed and tormented, he now serves as a tragic guardian of the dungeon, a stronghold of evil and despair. The last surviving member of an ancient race, the Dryad, played a pivotal role in the Great War against Cthulhu. Her unparalleled connection to Terraria made her a formidable protector, but her current whereabouts remain a mystery. Your journey unfolds in a world teetering on the brink of destruction. At the heart of this conflict lies a struggle between ancient cosmic forces, the lingering scars of past wars, and the dark ambitions of the present. Long ago, Cthulhu, a being of immense power and unknown origin, descended upon Terraria with the intent to dominate all sentient life. No force could stand against its might, and the very fabric of Terraria seemed on the brink of collapse. In this desperate time, the ancient Dryads rose to the challenge. With their deep connection to the planet, they fought valiantly against Cthulhu, ultimately wounding it severely. The Dryads tore away parts of Cthulhu's body, its eyes, fragments of his brain, and sections of its skeleton, crippling its power and forcing it to retreat to the dark side of the moon. However, victory came at a terrible cost. All but one Dryad perished in the battle, and the sole survivor disappeared without a trace. Centuries have passed since the Great War, but the threat of Cthulhu has not faded. A fanatical group called the Lunatic Cult seeks to resurrect the ancient terror. Led by a zealous leader, the cult has captured the Mechanic and forced her to reconstruct Cthulhu's missing organs. These mechanical simulacrums, created to replace the eye, skull, and brain, are nearly complete. The cult's ultimate goal is to restore Cthulhu to its full power, unleashing destruction upon Terraria once again. The cult operates from the dungeon, a cursed fortress filled with the undead and other horrors. Travelers speak of screams and strange noises emanating from its depths. The old man, once a kind-hearted overseer, now serves as a guardian of the dungeon, cursed to protect its secrets. The Mechanic is held prisoner here, forced to continue her work while surrounded by unspeakable evil. In this time of impending doom, you are chosen by the world itself to rise as Terraria's champion. Guided by the enigmatic guide, you must uncover the truths of the land, free its people from oppression, and confront the forces threatening its survival. As the shadows grow darker, and the cult's plans near fruition, the fate of Terraria rests in your hands. The world has brought you to this specific place in this crucial time for a reason. Will you rise to the challenge, face the forces of darkness, and restore balance to the world on the brink? The answers lie in your courage, resourcefulness, and determination. Terraria's future depends on you. There is no official lore on the Moon Lord, by the way, but I feel it's safe to assume that it's Cthulhu just given the fact that its body is messed up the way it is. It could be someone else, but considering the already present before the battle physical damage, and the fact he came from the moon where Cthulhu retreated to, yeah. So there it is, the official story and lore before the player enters the Terraria world. This isn't a whole ton of lore, and that's because there isn't a lot to the game. As similar to Minecraft, it's just a open-world sandbox survival game where you create the story. Sure, it gives us a form of progression, and bosses and stuff like that, but we are the main focus of that game. But there are little tidbits thrown in here and there, and I personally enjoy that. Sure, I'll accept that the game is an open-world sandbox, make nearly anything happen kind of game, but I do like reasons as to why it exists in the first place, and I'm glad that we have that reason. I do plan on doing some Terraria stuff here in the future, though I do not want to do any, playthroughs or anything, because I do find those kind of boring. I'm not a fan of doing them personally. I can watch them, but I won't do them. And there isn't really a whole lot of lore to go over. I guess I could technically talk about the story of Terraria in terms of the way it's technically supposed to be progressed, but that's neither here nor there. Until then, do the things, hit the like button, subscribe, and all that weird shit, I guess. Stick around for the next one. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. See you then.